Hello, my name is Peter Phelps of Phelps 3D, and in this FreeCAD 0.16 tutorial, I'm going to discuss how to do one of those fancy looking vases. So what we're going to do is we're going to start in part design, create a sketch on the XY plane, say OK. Then I'm going to click on this and I'm going to say let's go with a octagon. I'm going to zoom out, click in center, and I want it to be pretty big. We're going to go with about that. And then I'm going to click the center, this here, and give it a radius. Right now it's 143 millimeter radius, well that's a little bigger than I probably want to go. So let's go like, well if you're doing 100 millimeters, let's go 50. Say OK. And well, kind of want that in the middle, so pin it to the middle. Zoom in. I'm going to make this so that it's, but then we're going to be changing it anyway. So what we want to do is we want to try to make something that looks somewhat star-shaped. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go click here, 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 here. Oops. And then I'll hit escape. Now don't worry too much if you've got it perfect or not. We're going to be working with that in a bit. Basically the one part is just to guide us, but we are going to want to make sure that these are pinned to. So what I'm doing is just clicking and dragging to select and pinning it to the ends, corners of the octagon. And then I'm going to select all these lines. Oops. So I'm clicking it, holding control, and clicking the other lines. So all the lines we just drew are sketched, I should say. And I want to make them all equal. Now you notice how it's all, with them all being equal, it now looks a lot cleaner, a lot more like it probably should. Although, so what we're going to do is we're going to take and select all the lines that are part of the octagon. And we're going to delete those. Okay. It's strange that it left that there, but okay, I'm going to delete that too. And now I'm going to close that. And so we now have sort of our star sketch, right? Now I'm going to take that and I'm going to go to draft. I'm going to clone it. And I'm going to move that up about, let's say 30. And then what I'm going to do is scale it a bit. I'm going to make it 1.5 times as big in the X and Y. And then I'm going to rotate it on the Z. I'm going to say 30 degrees. I'm going to take the sketch again and clone it again. Take that sketch and we're going to put it at, let's say 60. And, well, maybe 70. And then we're going to rotate that one by 60 degrees. And then we're going to scale that, but only 1.25 this time. Now, because it's a 2D object, you really can't scale it on the Z, or you shouldn't. If you do, I don't have any clue what you'd end up getting. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the grid. I don't like seeing the grid. And we're going to switch back over to part. And we're going to click the Loft tool. And we're going to go Sketch 1, Clone, Clone, Create Solid, say OK. Okay, and then I'm going to make the sketches disappear because I don't like to see them in the final. So we've got this twisty star, but we're going to go back over to draft. We're going to click the loft. We're going to clone the loft, take the loft, and we're going to scale it down to 80% on the X and the Y. Oh, whoops, sorry, 0.8, not 80. 0.8. And we want to bring that up at least 2, I think. Actually, I'm going to go 3. And then we're going to take the loft. We're going to go back to part. We're going to take the loft. We're going to control click. Now, you might want to check, just in case the twist ends up sticking out, you might want to check that it's not going to stick out anywhere. It shouldn't, since it should be about the same twist. But click the loft, control click the clone, and perform a cut. And we wait. I'm going to pause, so I don't know how long this is. Oh, there it goes. I didn't even have to, as soon as I was going, oh, well, I'm going to pause it. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create or try to see if it will do this, fillet on this edge. It's probably gonna have to be a small fillet, like 0.25, if it will work. Cause see how close these two are? That's probably best if I keep it small. So I'll set 0.25. Say okay. See if it disappears or not. If it disappears, it means it won't work. So anything below 0.25, you're probably not going to really notice very much on the print itself. I just want to have the inner edge as smooth as I can. Oh, it said it did it. Maybe I could go up a little. Let's see what happens if I change that. I'll try 0.5 and see what happens. I kind of prefer the fillet in the part design where I can just punch something in and find out pretty much on the fly. Well, it looks like it did it, so I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. So this is just a small little like vase or pencil cup, whatever you want to call it. We can go File, Save. But you can make a bigger one. I was just making a small. You get the point though. If you take it, multiple parts, twist them around, and then you can do the loft. So spill, Pete, spill. And that was just select it as file export to STL. Then take and check it in NetFab. Make sure it's good to go. I always run everything through NetFab Basic just to make sure that there aren't problems with the file before I try to print it. It's a good habit to get into. Open that up. Oops, see? It's got a problem. So what we can do is just hit repair. I hit automatic repair, default repair is good. Execute, apply repair, remove hold part, and then it's okay. So we go port, export, STL. It always adds this repaired. Save that. And that file should be ready to print. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.